Where are we? Height self view. 1, 2, 3. And Monty. 4. Good evening. Jaster's in the house, the owner of Zoom. Noah's in the house. Harvey's wandering around the house. And Monty's just coming in if he sorts out his signal. I did let him in. Seems to have... Where have you gone, Monty? You're there, but I can't see you. That could be... Oh, he's coming in now, I think. Harvey's put his name in. Well done. Doody-doody-doo. So only 4 of you are keen on this then. What's that say? Monty's put his hand up. Monty's put his hand up. I don't know what that means. Well, Monty's here. No, Harvey's here. A message says Harvey. My eyes are getting really bad. Do-do-do-do-do. Monty, can't see you. It says you're there, but I can't see your video. Where's he gone? TKD folder ready. Good, because you'll need it. Or a piece of paper and a pen will be really handy. Yeah? Man, there's Monty up there. What's he doing? How did he get up there, Monty? You're Marco. I just double clicked and you suddenly appeared. Okay? Monty's there. Harvey's there. Jay's disappeared again. And Noah's ready. So you got your pen and your paper ready, yeah? Pen and paper, paper and pen. Or pencil. But something you can write on. And I don't mean type too long, Monty, yeah? Monty live. Nice. Good. All right. Yeah. Thanks, says Noah. Thanks, says Noah. Noah says thanks for the notepad and the pen, paper and pencil. Right, so the 4 scallywags. Cherry up, come in. Where's he gone again? Jay, stop flipping around. Where's your belt? Jay, your belt's not there. What was that? That was something. That's my phone saying something. What does that say? Oh, wow. Nice. That's the Grandmaster sending me a message. Wow. Yeah? Nice. I'll read that later. Are you ready yet? I'll wait for you. That should be on before the button's pressed. Yeah? Right. We're ready then. So this is theory. It's the bonus class. It's just a filler in it. Theory. So for white belts, there are no white belts on the screen, but white belts, you should read the sheet. It's got your theory on it. What sheet? Oh, the sheet has got your theory on it that I've told you about since day 1, since you began, that you don't know anything about, right? If you haven't got the sheet, then ask Mums and Dads to message me and I'll send you the sheet. But you can go to www.premierdojang.com and then you'll see the syllabus section. Click on syllabus and then you'll see, oh, that's my grade there, white belt. I'll go white belt, click on that. And 9th cup, click on that. 8th cup, click on that. And anyone who's recently passed their grading, you should already be in possession of that new sheet. Yeah? You should be studying the new grade already. Then you'll know what you need to know. Because if you don't know what you need to know, you won't know what to do. Hands up here who knows what to do. 2.5. Monty hasn't put his hand up yet. I can't see his hand. Or, okay, it's because you're in portrait view. Yeah, your hand's off the screen, I can't see it. If you're in landscape, then I'll be able to see your hand. Anyway, it's there. It's all right, Monty, I can see. You need to know, basic, you can put your hand down, that's fine. You need to know what fitness you have to do, number of press-ups, number of sit-ups, number of tuck jumps, number of punches in sitting stance, walking stance, walking ready stance, rising block, That's not rising up, but it is a rising kick. And front kick, how many kicks you have to do, side kick, how many turning kicks you have to do, each leg. You have to know what stances you need to know about, all the ones that are in the syllabus from white belt all the way up. Parallel stance, attention stance, bowing posture, relaxed stance, sitting stance, walking stance, all up to green belt here, L stance, fixed stance, bending ready stance. You have to know all these, depending on what grade you are, and you have to do the techniques in that stance. So everybody should be able to do walking stance punch. Everyone should be able to do walking stance low block. You've done it since white belt. Middle block also, high block if you're a 7th cup, inner forearm block if you're a 9th cup or above. And you can do these in L stance also. L stance in a forearm block. L stance knife hand guarding block. L stance knife hand inward stroke. L stance twin forearm block. Fixed stance, punch. Bending ready stance. Side kick. L stance forearm guarding block. L stance knife hand guarding block. Walking stance, wedging block, high wedging block. All right? Obverse punch, reverse punch. You should know all of these, and you should be learning not just the English, but the Korean as well. And the sooner you start that, the better. Yeah? Because if you leave it to the last minute, you won't remember it. You'll remember it for the day or the day after, but after that, boom, it'll gone. You have to start again. Who here knows the meaning of white belt? Put your hand up if you know the meaning of white belt. Hands up if you know the meaning of yellow belt. Hands up if you know the meaning of green belt. Is that no, Monty? You don't know green belt yet? Green belt or green belt? Okay, that's fine. All right. Just to point out again, Noah's got his thumbs up. As an H cup, he's got his thumbs up saying he knows green belt. All right. So we're going to ask Jay, what's the meaning of green belt?
Advanced growth training in Taekwondo progresses.
Can you start the whole thing again? Start again. From the beginning.
Green belt signifies advanced growth as training in Taekwondo begins to progress.
Okay, can you do it again with your eyes shut? Let's see.
Green belt signifies advanced growth as training in Taekwondo progresses.
Very good. Yeah? So he knows it. That's good, isn't it? So we'll get Harvey now. Harvey, what does green belt signify?
Green belt signifies advanced growth as Taekwondo skills begin to develop.
Yeah? So we've got a discrepancy here. That's different from what Jay just said. Yeah? What does yellow belt signify?
Yellow belt signifies the year from which plant starts and takes roots. Taekwondo foundations are being laid.
Okay. And what does green belt signify?
Oh, green belt signifies. Wait, did I?
Just say what you know. Don't change it.
Green belt signifies advanced growth as Taekwondo skills begin to develop.
Right. Now, Jay, what does blue belt signify?
The heaven towards which the plant sprouts into a towering tree as training in Taekwondo progresses.
Oh, there's the progresses. It won't sprout into a tree. You just have to be careful, that's all. You have to be able to separate the three of them. They do get mixed up, and people of all grades get them mixed up. Yeah? They do. All grades, they get them mixed up. But you have to find some way of separating them. Yellow belt signifies the earth from which the plant sprouts and takes root as the foundation of taekwondo has been laid. So that's easy enough because it's at the earth, and the foundations, you know, are below the earth of a house. They're below the ground. So that's easy. Foundations have been laid. But then green belt and blue belt are a bit tricky because you can start mixing them up a bit. Yeah? Begin to develop. Training in taekwondo progresses. So it's got to develop a little bit more. Green is more developed, like a little sprout develops, and then if you think progresses towards the sky. If you want to think of it that way, then you remember blue belt is more progresses. Yeah? Rather than develop. It's already developed at green, but progresses at blue. And then red belt is completely different. It's just dangerous. Red is danger. And then black belt is opposite of white. And then it goes on and on and on. So it's not necessarily just now because we've got max green belt here. But just take care that you separate them, because a mistake will cost you the marks if you do a test, won't it? Yeah? So you have to know the belt colours, your belt colour, and the one you're going for, and obviously the ones before. Pattern. You have to know the name of the pattern. I ask you that now. I've asked you that for a long time. What's the name of your pattern? I won't ask you what's the meaning of that good. I'll ask you what's the name of your pattern, and you've got to remember it. You'll be surprised. Some people forget. Yeah? And if I tell them what's the meaning of damn good, they go, oh yeah, that's my pattern. But if I say, what's the meaning of your pattern? They'll go, inside their head, they're thinking, what's my pattern called? Yeah, seriously, that's what happened. So if I don't ask you what your pattern's called, sorry, if I don't say what your pattern's called, chances are you might forget unless you practice. My pattern is, my current pattern is. So if you're a green belt, you've got to remember Chunji Dang Dosan Won Yo. Yeah? You've got to remember you're a green belt. If you're a 7th cup, you've got to remember it's Dosan. Monty, what's the name of your pattern?
Dangan.
You asking me or telling me?
Dangan.
Alright, so you asked, but now you said, yeah? No, what's the name of your pattern? Just come up and you can just type it in. If it's faster, just type it in. Don't worry about the microphone. Yeah? Or you can't type it in. Don't worry then, that's fine. If it's not easy for you, don't worry about it. We need to get your pen and paper. Oh, there's somebody just coming in now. Dominic's decided to come in. Huh? What's that about? Should we let him in? 50 press-ups. Eh? That's going to mess the screen up now. We were all happy there. The screen was perfect, but now Dominic's coming. Well, that's messed my screen up now. Messed the screen up. There he is. Right, we're doing theory at the moment, Dominic. What's the name of your pattern? You can put your microphone on. That's correct. Noah, that's correct. What's the name of your pattern, Dominic? It'd be quicker putting the microphone on. We'll move on. What's the name of yours, Harvey?
Dosan.
It is. How many moves has it got?
24.
What's the name of your pattern, Jay? How many moves has it got?
28.
And what's the meaning of it?
1 year is denoted monk who introduced Buddhism to the Silla dynasty in 686 AD.
Yeah, no problem now, eh? No problem at all. And the Dominic, what's the name of your pattern?
Dosan.
You're a 7th cup then. Yeah, what's the meaning of Dosan?
I don't know, sir.
Not yet. Yeah, how many moves has it got?
24.
Wow, see, you know a little bit already, don't you? It's got 24 moves. Good. Right? So you have to know the name of your pattern. I'll ask you what's the name of your pattern. I'll say how many moves has it got? And then I'll ask you what it means. What does your pattern mean? Every single pattern has a name. Funny enough, it has a number of movements in it, and it has a meaning. So you've got to know all the meanings for all your patterns. And I mean from white belt all the way up. Now, there aren't any meanings for forward directional punch and forward directional block. They aren't patterns, so that's okay. But Chunji, Dangon, Dosan, Wanyo, Yogo, Chungun, Teige, Faran, Chungmu, and then the black belt ones. There are 24 patterns, official 24 patterns. And you've got to know 24 names, how many moves in the 24 patterns, and the meaning of each of the pattern names, the patterns. So that you have to learn them in chunks. You don't have to learn the whole lot now. You learn them in chunks, and that's how you study. That's how you should be studying at school as well. You don't go, oh, there's a test on Monday, and then on Sunday you've got the theory out. Oops, did I say theory? The notes out on your maths or your English or your Spanish or whatever. Yeah, don't do your homework lastminute.com. You already know there's a test to take one note, so you should be practicing anyway. Leave that alone, Dominic, and listen to what I'm saying. That's in your house. When the class is finished, you can play with it when the class is finished. Yeah? Leave it alone. So you need to know these things. The name of your pattern, the number of moves in the pattern, and the meaning of the pattern. What else do you need to know? Well, I'll go through the things again. We started off with the warm-up, or the fitness side of things, right? You need to know the stances. You need to know the hand techniques and the foot techniques. So any new techniques that you've got, do sound, might be wedging block, might be sitting stance, knife hand side strike, or straight fingered thrust, or green belt. It might be bending ready stance. There might be fixed stance punch. It might be knife hand inward strike. You've got all these techniques at your grade, but you've also got the techniques since white belt. Walking stance, middle punch. Sitting stance, middle punch. Walking ready stance. Parallel stance. Attention stance. Bowing posture. Relaxed stance. So you've got all these to remember what they're called and how to do them when you hear the name. If I say, everyone show me sitting stance, Jumbi. So you should know sitting stance, and you should know how wide apart your feet should be. You should know that it's 50% of the weight, but half and half of the weight on here. And the Korean is Annon Sogi, Gonnon Sogi, Nyenju Sogi, Kojong Sogi, Kohorio Jong Sogi A. Right? They've all got Korean names as well. Now, you have to know your techniques, hand techniques and foot techniques. You have to know the stance as well, because in your pattern, if I do knife hand inward strike, it's in an L stance. L stance, knife hand inward strike. If I say do a low block, well, you can't really, because I haven't told you the stance, but you will assume walking stance. Yeah, you can assume the stance in most of them because it's relevant to your grade. So if I said to Jay, knife hand inward strike, Jumbi. Well, I wouldn't say Jumbi, I would say Hannah. Yeah, he would assume L stance because he's a green belt, knife hand inward strike. Yeah, now there are other knife hand inward strikes. There are. But Jay's gone for that one because he's a green belt, which is correct. You have to know step sparring or sparring and under sparring, under the heading sparring. You've got step sparring. You've got 3-step sparring, 2-step sparring, 1-step sparring, 3-step semi-free sparring, and free sparring. And then later on, 2 against 1 and 3 against 1 sparring. Right? Then you've got your power test and the theory. And the theory is what I've covered just now. Briefly, I'm going to do the same on Thursday, or not Thursday, Friday and Saturday. Well, maybe just Friday. I can't remember now. Friday for sure, right? Friday for sure. But I'm going to ask you specific questions for your grades. So if you kind of want to do a little quiz On Friday, 5:35 again. On Saturday, we'll do a little quiz, see how much you know. Yeah? So if you're a green belt, you should know more than the white belts. Yeah? But we've got Noah in the house, you better be careful. He knows a lot more than he needs to. Right? And that's how you should be as well. I was always like that. I need to know this much. No, 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 no. Not for me, no. I need to know as much as I can. That was me. I don't want to know that much. I want to know that much. I don't want to drive. I don't want to drive to work on a motorcycle or a bicycle. I don't want to walk to work. I want to get in a car. I don't want to go in a bus. I want to get in a car. I want to go in my own car. Yeah? So always try and do better by thinking of what you would like to do, what you'd like to achieve. If you want to get your next grade, you want to achieve your next grade. And start studying now. If you've been lazy, you're going to be last. Right? You might even fail. Okay, we're going to finish. The proper class starts in 5 minutes. Ready? Q&A? I will see you at 6 o'clock. Same place. Cheerio for now. In under 5 minutes.